What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the H-525 podcast. I think this is a 10th episode. Sounds
Wow.
yeah, 10th episode. We actually tried to record an episode before, and it was supposed to be like a year review thing, but unfortunately the file got corrupted and we never got that episode out, so that kind of sucked. But nonetheless, we are back, and this is our first one for 2014.
Yep.
It's February 18th. It's like 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Yep. So, let's get into that news. So, right off the bat already, Cory just pulled it up on his new app on his phone. And it was the fact that Irrational Games is being is closing down,
Yep.
which really sucks, considering what they've done in the past, and they've made a BioShock and BioShock 2 and also BioShock Infinite, which is one of the huge hits in 2013.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and it really sucks for them to lose their jobs. Pretty much everyone, all but 15 members of that company are staying. So, and they're actually gonna become something different, and I think it's called Take Two or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and they're gonna be focusing on just smaller games, not really like bigger AAA titles or something like that for games. Like I said, it sucks, especially after having to play BioShock Infinite, which was a really good game, very
it really was.
huge story driven game with simple gameplay, kind of like Last of Us. It had a very good ending and great storytelling and great character development and all that stuff, and it just really sucks for those people, those creative people to like lose their jobs. So
Yeah, definitely.
so what's next? So this one caught my attention. This one says Microsoft declared war on GameStop. Let's see here. Okay, so it's just basically the fact that everything's moving over to digital,
Yeah.
and GameStop is known for selling their used games, and they pretty much gain all the profit and then don't give anything to the companies that actually made those games, and then Microsoft is now like pretty much giving the middle finger, and selling their digital games much cheaper than what you buy physically
Yeah.
at GameStop. So that's I thought that was pretty interesting. When it comes to GameStop for me, like, in the past I've went there to get my games and stuff like that, and I've done their little bonus pre-order deals too. Like, you get a little prize thing when you pre-order a game or something. Like, I have that Sonic hat up there.
Yeah.
That was from getting it was from getting Sonic Colors when I pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like one of them, and then anything else? No, that's pretty much it. That's from Oh no, wait. What was it? Dang, it was like right on my tip of my tongue. I don't know. Pretty much. Anyways, yeah. But over the years, as I realized that as I realized more and more how shady GameStop really is, like for example, it's not just like the fact that they gain all that profit from used games. It's just like the way they treat their workers and like how they and then they actually like how they treat their games. So like, for example, they did that thing where they rip open a brand new game, they take out the disc, put it into an envelope, and sometimes that scratches the disc,
Yeah.
and they put in that drawer. And when people try to go buy it, brand new games, they pull out that drawer, get that disc from the envelope, and then put it back in the case, and then boom, that's
Yeah.
they give you full price for that. It's like, really,
Yeah.
they like just straight up open up a game. So that could mean, like, for example, like if we're dealing with a Nintendo game, a lot of Nintendo games have this code, so you can go on Club Nintendo and then and then once you put that code in, you get points, and then when you accumulate enough points, you get prizes. Sometimes, yeah, GameStop, they open those games, they take out the freaking code,
Yeah.
and yeah, and people still have to pay full price for it. It's like, yeah, it's really fucking messed up, and how people at GameStop abuse their policies and stuff like that, and I mean there are a few good GameStops out there, but for the most part they're all shady, and yeah, so that's why I kind of stopped going to GameStop, and then pretty much went I go to Amazon now,
Yeah.
and or the local game store that's pretty much uh, across Steve's. It's in that same plaza actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking
It's
about.
like, but it's like Bros Gaming or something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Bros Game Shop, whatever. Yeah. So yeah, if you don't, yeah, if you feel like the same thing for GameStop, just go to your local game store. Don't go to fucking GameStop ever again.
Yeah, it's fun. I'd rather go to Target.
Yeah.
Because even Target now is starting to sell used games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what their criteria is for, like, selling them. And I don't know what kind of, like, evaluation they do of the game. But they're starting to sell used games. And for the most part, they, like... I've only gone into Target once and not bought a game that I was after because they didn't have it. And that was, like, Lego Marvel, like, a while ago. And I went to, like, one of the lower end Targets in our area, so I was just like, so I wasn't really surprised that it wasn't there. But plus, when you go to Target, you can get other shit there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get your whole gaming experience. You can go get yourself some Mountain Dew, and some chocolate chip cookies, and some popcorn.
Yeah, and then if you need
some bagel bites,
and if you need some new pairs of socks, they're right there.
Right?
Yeah.
You got everything covered.
Yeah, everything covered, man.
If you need a gaming chair, you can get yourself a gaming chair.
Or, some kind of, some cables, or like, I don't know, a whole bunch of selection of DVDs if you're like bored or something.
That's true. You could literally plan your whole day.
Your whole night.
Your whole night. One store. If you need a new TV, you can get a new TV.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I've never walked into a GameStop and been able to buy a TV. So,
hell no.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. And it's funny how, like, yeah, GameStop sells, like, devices, too. So, it's, such as, like, iPads and, like, smartphones as well. iPhones, including Galaxies. And, yeah, it really expanded on the used stuff. And then I've heard from people, that worked at GameStop, and I asked them, why did you quit? It's just the fact that they don't pay them enough, even if they go up in higher positions. Even when you're a store manager, you only get a few cents more per hour, and then if you're lucky, you might get $1 more per hour.
Yeah.
So, and yet you still have all these responsibilities as a manager to keep that store, straight and all that stuff, and it's just like, yeah, it's really ridiculous how GameStop really just goes about, and you know what, from that point, I'm just like, you know what, I really don't give a fuck what happens to them, and if they shut down, then they deserve it. So
yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty cool of Microsoft of doing that, to, like, pretty much say screw you or fuck you or whatever to GameStop. So yeah, all right, so let's move on. Oh, there's a little, like, thing where it's a video, but it's a video of the world's first Mustang owner.
That's awesome.
Yeah, too bad it's a video. I would have checked out that. Well, maybe we'll see if there's any, like, article or whatever. Yeah. Okay, so it's like a brief article.
Oh, I've read this. I remember reading about this.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So 1964. Let's see. Yeah, on the page it just shows the picture of the couple and owning the first Mustang, and it looks really pristine.
Yeah, it's in really good shape.
Yeah, it's like a nice light blue with a darker blue top. And let's see, anything else? Yeah, so there's pretty it's of course pretty much fully restored. And trying to look for the age, but yeah, it doesn't really show. Oh yeah, speaking of have you seen the new WRX?
I have not.
It uh when I first saw it, I was kind of disappointed of how it looked like. And well, there it is. Uh, front kind of looks like the older Subaru.
Why does it look like several cars put together?
It's like no, it's like a Legacy, and then like that whole thing is like from dude, I forgot what our car does that. I don't know. I mean, of course they gotta have the gold wheels in there, but yeah, that part looks just like a Legacy, like this like top part right there. And then if you look in the back, let's see.
That back end almost looks like a previous gen Honda Civic.
Yeah,
From right this angle, like
at that angle, yeah,
what?
yeah. It looks smaller. I mean, from what we're looking at right now. I don't know. It could just be like the perspective or something, but yeah. And like when they first rolled out the concept or whatever, it looked like a freaking Evo X. It was weird. It was awful, actually.
That back end actually even almost looks like a Toyota Corolla.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Looking, yeah, in the front, especially it kind of has that little like thing where the FRS and the BRZ have like
Yeah.
that little design of the headlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said before, it looks that especially with that grill, it looks just like a freaking Legacy.
It really does.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
we ran out of design ideas.
I know, seriously. How did you feel about the current generation of the WRXs?
Well, I liked it more than what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, definitely.
I really liked the. Wait, crap! No, I think it was the generation. The generation before was like the more hatch style, right? Do you know what I'm talking?
It's yeah. Well, I mean, it's still considered the same generation. It's just they just roll out with the hatchback first, and then they
And then
came
went
out
to
with the sedan.
I liked the hatchback a lot. I
Yeah,
was a really big fan of that.
yeah. It was like that was kind of like the thing about that generation. They rolled out the hatchback first, and then they rolled out the sedan. As to the Evo X, it was sedan first, and then I think they rolled out with the wagon or something like
Yeah.
that. But when it comes to the sedan, like I'm like a little meh. It's sort of a meh.
Yeah.
I would rather have a hatchback version than the sedan one.
Yeah.
It's just because it was designed to be a hatchback rather than a sedan. And yeah, it's just like I don't know, like when you pretty much if you chop it in half, it looks like the back end looks like of the sedan of the current generation looks like any other Impreza.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you think about it, it's like well, I mean, right, yeah, I'd rather have the hatchback because it just looks so more unique as an Impreza anyway.
Yeah.
I really like the one before, like when it was a generation that was competing with the Evo 9. I like that one. It was the one with like that had like the much more like flary like headlights. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's like kind of like sharp. It's sort of like a distorted like raindrop, if you will. Kind of has that like angry look to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that one out of all the Imprezas, and then like the older ones too. After that, but and then like yes, yeah, same for the Evos when around that generation too. Like I really like the Evo 8 and then the 9. The Evo X kind of just like whoa, what happened?
Yeah, it's
like
really
a mess.
different car.
Yeah, especially with the grill, like it reminds me of the dog, like an entrance to a doghouse.
That's a really great way to describe it.
Yeah, and like and then of course they have to roll with that like black bar thing in the grill, like so many other cars.
Yeah.
I kind of hate it actually, but now that like so many cars are just doing it, it's just becoming all repetitive. And then like the back end like looks like they really rushed it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea what happened to the back end. It looks just ugly. It looks like That something. It looks like something belongs to like the family version of the Lancer.
Yeah, that's a really good way to describe it.
Yeah, like I feel like they were just like, you know what, we can't even come up with a sportier version of the back end, so we're just gonna just use this one, just slap it onto the Evo, and then like that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
It's funny, and then it's funny how like that, and then that Evo is better than the Impreza that was competing against it. Overall, like according to most reviewers anyway. So yeah, it's like the uglier car wins or something. But yeah, this Impreza is kind of depressing to look at.
It really is.
And
At first, I kind of was like, "Oh, that's not that bad." In my head, now the more I look at it, I'm kind of like,
Yeah, it looks like you're just kind of like getting lazy with the car design nowadays, especially with this Impreza here. And let me see if there's any. Well, let me just look at the profile. Yeah.
It just looks like two cars were photoshopped together.
yeah, right. Like
it really does.
yeah, when you chop it in half, it looks like like you said, it looks like a Civic, and then this part is like whatever, but it's sort of like like a amped up version of a Legacy, and then this it has and the
from the side, it almost looks like a Lancer or an Evo front end.
Yeah, just like how the first picture came out for the new Impreza, it looked just like an Evo. I was like, what? Wait, what?
So odd.
Yeah, and then I heard that the Evo is gonna become a hybrid sports car the next time they redesign it. That's what I've heard.
Okay.
So yeah, I was like, that's very interesting. I hope they do what the McLaren did with their new car. I forgot what it was called. It was like the LP something. Yeah, it's a sports hybrid, and it's still a supercar. And what that one does, it's kind of like it's an electric car with the regular engine, and the engine is the generator rather than
a
normal engine layout
providing drive.
Yeah. So when you're driving like at lower speeds or whatever, or actually you can switch on to just electric mode. You can just cruise along fully on battery power and stuff like that. And but when you switch it into the actual engine, the electric motors are now there to just help out with the gaps, that power gaps, if you will. Like it's essentially when you're shifting.
Yeah.
There's a moment of like no power.
Yeah.
So that's where the electric motor comes in. So that's why it's just constant.
Yeah.
So so the end result is just like this freaking beastly car. Like it's like, I saw a Top Gear review it, and it was just pretty badass. So,
nice.
Yeah. So I hope they do that, but that's kind of unlikely. This is Mitsubishi we're talking about.
Yeah, I can't expect.
Yeah, you can't really expect like supercar design with these kinds of cars.
I mean, you never know. A miracle, it's possible.
That is true. And on the topic of more cars. Have you seen the new Supra?
No.
Yeah, Toyota's. Well, I don't know if it's Toyota or not, but like they came out with the picture with Supra. Hold on, I saw it on Facebook. Let me see. Yeah, right here. Hold on, let me pull it up. Right
Isn't
there.
that like the FT86 or whatever?
Yeah, it's based off of the FT86. They're like taking designs from that, and then they're like, modding from there. So
it looks like that and a FRS had a baby.
Yeah.
With a little bit of an LFA in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I really actually like it. What about you?
Yeah, it looks cool. It actually now it has a little bit of a GTR-ish stance.
It does, yeah, with that little
from that top line from the mirror.
Yeah, and then here too. And I don't know about this part, but yeah, definitely this part reminds me of the GTR. And yeah, that spoiler definitely adds it. But yeah, the front end looks pretty cool actually. I really like the where they designed the headlight. I hope it comes out like that. That's the final. I hope that's the final design.
Yeah, that would be really awesome. I actually really like that too, and kind of those cut-ins, those louvers, if you will, right there.
They're all right. Yeah, and then
Those
like
openings.
and then the grill looks cool, and like the hood. Yeah. See now, then I mean, yeah, this is the huge difference between these car designers and freaking ones that worked on the Impreza.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just looking at the close up version of it. Yeah, I can definitely see it as a modern version of the Supra. What how do you feel when it comes to Supras? From the older ones anyway.
I pretty much like I have a soft spot for them. Like I've always really liked the cars, even when they were kind of in their odd like ugly phase. Like there's that weird. Here, I'll see if I can pull up what I'm talking.
You mean the last generation, pretty much?
No, I liked the last generation. There was a point in time where they kind of looked perfect. Wikipedia. They should have pictures of the generations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see this. I like this generation here.
Yeah. The last generation, the one we all know.
Let's see the Mark One.
Oh yeah, I mean they all look like that though.
The Mark One is not a super big. They slowly got better. Like from Mark II forward, I enjoyed, not in that paint color, obviously.
Yeah.
But I originally have a soft spot for boxy kind of cars like that,
and
so I really enjoy them. They kind of have like a Mustang 2 design feel to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like here, as they get into the third generation, they kind of start to look more like a Nissan, like 180.
No, yeah.
Z kind of feel.
Kind of reminded the MR2 a bit.
Yeah, very MR2-ish. God, there's so much information.
Yeah. Mark IV, yeah.
The
That's
Mark IV is
the one.
as they ran for 10 years. It's so crazy.
Yeah. 92 to 2002. I never really thought that the Supra went that long.
Yeah, neither did I, but apparently they did.
Yeah. And they had twin turbo, I believe.
Yeah, 2JZ GE engine.
Yeah, i6. And it came with twin turbo, so it's that's an engine you don't want to mess with.
Yeah. It's a really popular engine for motor swaps. I've seen one in a BMW 3 Series before.
Really?
Which was kind of really dumb. Like, if you got the money to do that, just buy a Supra and fix it.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of just don't understand, like, people who do those kind of engine swaps, especially with, like, people with RX-7s, and they swap out the LS with the LS1, or LS2, or LS, whatever, like, with an LS.
I mean, that's a lot of power, though.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot of power to put in an RX-7.
But it can't, it's done, it's been done, like, it's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you essentially have this, like, smaller version of Corvette. And you have, like, this super light Corvette, pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just find that a little funny how they do that. It's like, why not just get the Corvette? But I don't know, yeah, probably because the RX-7 body is more streamlined and like lighter, pretty much.
Yeah, that's true. And you might not necessarily like the way a Corvette looks, but you want that power.
Yeah. And like, yeah, I guess you just don't want to deal with the rotary.
I guess so. You know what's funny is I bet you that with an RX-7 body and you put a Corvette motor in it, if you don't drive it race speed like crazy all the time, you probably actually get really good gas mileage. Like you probably get 30 to 35 miles.
Yeah, because it's much lighter. Yeah.
Because a Corvette itself, I think, gets like 26
combined
miles on the highway.
Oh, on the high. Okay.
I think combined it's like 21 or 22.
Okay.
You stop for how big that motor is.
Yeah, isn't it like a 4-liter V8?
It's
for for all the older Corvettes anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the current one, I think it's
5 point something.
5 point something, yeah. But
6.
they still get like 26 miles per gallon on the freeway. My 97 4-cylinder Accord gets 26 miles per gallon on the freeway.
Yeah.
So it just tells you like how crazy aerodynamic these cars are.
Yeah, yeah.
And an RX-7 is even smaller.
Yeah.
And has just as like aerodynamically shaped. It's very similar.
Yeah.
Like to what a Corvette would be, and because it's lighter,
it's a 2-seater, so it's like that similar shape.
It's that similar shape like you probably get.
Probably better gas mileage.
Really, yeah.
If you drive it like modestly. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I guess I can see why people do that when it comes to the RX-7 and the LS1 swap.
That's so nuts.
And then what else? There's another like engine swap that people do. I forgot what it was. That kind of. I don't know. Never mind. Let's see. Anything more on the? Oh yeah. So yeah, there's more. There's more on the bottom where, tells you what they reference from.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that.
That's ugly.
Yeah. That
looks like an awkward ship.
Yeah. the freaking grill. I can't believe that's even considered a grill.
Oh, it looks like some sort of rodent face.
It is, yeah.
Like the yeah, exactly. It's like that top part right above the grill is like two like sharp teeth.
Yeah.
And then that bottom part's like
even that line makes it more.
Yep. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, and it shows you like all the previous stuff. Yeah, FT1 concept. I really like the FT1 concept. That was really cool. And then there's the that one, and then I believe that's the Supra.
I like that middle.
Yeah, especially the profile looks really cool. I don't know about the back end of this one though.
Yeah, that back end sucks.
It's
balls.
Yeah, they went a little overboard with that. Although this one's really different. Like for this concept.
Yeah, I don't like that.
the headlights look really cool though, especially with the blue and stuff like that, and then like the little like line right here. That was really awesome. See what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what they got it from. Yeah, looks very similar. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see. Yeah, there's no other info other than there's a picture of it for the Supra. So gonna have to wait for the specs to come out. Oh, it's a very interesting page here. It shows like skaters
skaters without makeup.
Yeah. And it's kind of stupid because the picture that's supposed to have no makeup, it still has makeup. Because
that just drives me nuts.
Yeah, here, let me show you an example. So like, okay, so that's a the competition makeup, when they're figure skating, and then that's their
makeup, obviously.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, yeah, that's regular makeup. So they should put without. Oh, okay, so it does say competition makeup, but when before you click it, it says without makeup, so it's kind of very misleading. Yeah, if
that's dumb.
Yeah, it's really dumb if they actually went with that title. Yeah, so you see, it's just like there's makeup, and then and there's this person with her competition makeup, and this is her without it.
She looks better without.
She looks very, very yeah. She looks really good without it. And oh Jesus, that is with Jenna McCorkle, if I'm pronouncing that right.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. And it is her with makeup, and then She looks like any other ordinary person without the competition makeup. All right, so we can go.
It was like that whole like women in makeup is so interesting. There is this person who I see once or twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to leave any incriminating evidence here.
Yeah, yeah.
There's this person I see once or twice a week, and whenever I see her, like, she looks like she does her makeup very well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like over the top like she's going out, but it's just like it's casually done. You know what I mean? It's like just kind of like, oh, this is just my day makeup.
Mm-hmm.
But then like I've looked at pictures on this girl's Facebook.
Oh god.
And like the makeup she does when she's going out or when she's like with friends is just so awful.
Oh, dude.
It is the worst. Like it is legitimately just bad.
No.
Like just bad.
Damn.
And so this was something I was thinking about the other day. Is there's a lot of women who I just stop and think like, does nobody tell them that like or subtly hint to them like, oh, you can dial it back. Dial it back.
Yeah,
it'll be okay.
It's people today that just don't really tell them straight up and like just straight up tell the truth. It's
there's not enough honest people.
Yeah.
People, do your friends a favor, let them know.
Yeah, like true friends tell each other to dial it back or bring it out more. So it's like that's one of the lessons today, kids. If you want to be a true friend, just tell them the truth.
Be honest.
Be honest. It's not that hard. Especially when it comes to like physical appearances.
Yeah.
If you have to start with that, just go with that. Roll with that. This one kind of caught my interest too. Like Apple, there's word that Apple is gonna go into the electric car market. So I don't know. What do you think about that?
Well, I like that it's kind of like a Tesla infused idea because Tesla is probably one of my dream cars.
Right. Yeah.
Like I absolutely love the way they look and everything. So if it does pan out, I think it'll be really cool. Especially since there's so many people who already use Apple products.
Right.
And I know a lot of people kind of get all caught up in the whole like, oh, China factories, blah 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 kind of thing, and I'm just like, I will think about that in a manner that I was meant to think about it, but it's not like making the product evil when I'm like using it or buying it, you know what I'm saying? So it seems like it'd be a really exciting adventure because Apple definitely knows what they're doing with a lot of their products, and since it's like a brand that's already pretty well integrated into my life, like I think an iCar, if you will, would actually be really cool.
A smart car, excuse me, that's already been trademarked. Trying to go with smartphone, but smart. There's smart car, like the small motherfucker that pretty much is a death trap, if you will.
Yeah.
Especially if you're on a freeway. Didn't we get into one of those kind of small cars at the car show?
At the auto show, we did.
Yes.
And it wasn't uncomfortable. It was actually kind of spacious for what it was, but it felt really cheap, like there wasn't a lot there.
Yeah, there's not a lot to really like see.
Yeah, it's definitely not a lot. There's not a lot of car at all.
Yeah. If you want something like flashy, that's definitely not one of them. Yeah. If you want to just get that car just because of like how much space it doesn't take up, then yeah, sure. But more power to you. But don't expect anything flashy other than the fact that it's tiny as hell. So
yeah, if you want something with a steering wheel, a gas pedal, brakes, a gear shifter,
and
a motor,
and a
radio, and axles,
and wheels,
and wheels. That's what you get.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing you could get that would possibly be more like minimalist would be a motorcycle. But even then, I think the motorcycle has more like just technology to it than a smart car.
Yeah. And I think the Fiats have a little more finesse to it in the interior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would sooner get a Fiat than I would get a smart car.
Yeah. and especially with the Fiat 500 with their the Abba the Alberth or Barth or something like that. I forgot what it's
The
called.
Abarth or what?
Abarth
Yeah, it's pretty much like their performance
version.
version of it, and it's actually like
Yeah, I mean for what it is, it's pretty cool. Like a small car, turned into performance. For what it is, it's doesn't look too bad. And then the interior looks cool and all that. All right, so I just brought up a article with cars with the highest resale value, and apparently number one is very surprising. So let's see here. Oh, so number 10 is a Challenger, Dodge Challenger. From what? Wait, from what year?
all models are 2014.
Okay, all right. So it's 2014 Challenger apparently. Was very from 26 to 46K. Okay, and then number 9 is the Chevy Silverado 1500. I don't know. What do you think about that? Wait. What are you on when it comes to Chevy trucks?
I'm not really a big like. I like older Chevy trucks, like 50s Chevy trucks. You know what I mean? Like classic Chevy trucks. I like those a lot.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of the current models. Like I've always liked Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I had a truck, it was a Ford, and I really liked it. I miss it every day. Heartbroken. Got rid of it. I want it back. It's worse that I sold it to somebody who lives in our city, so I can drive past it every day if I really want to, which makes it worse. I don't necessarily like the new ones. I've definitely just always liked the Ford body styles have come out. They're getting closer and closer to looking the same, I think.
Yeah.
Between the two manufacturers.
Yeah, and what about like the Toyota Tundra? How do you feel about that?
I don't like the Toyota Tundra at all.
Really?
I like the Tacoma a lot more than I like the Tundra. The Tundra just like looks wise, I don't like it. Like performance wise, what it can do, yeah, it's a truck. It's definitely a truck. But
yeah, it can perform as a truck, yeah. But when it comes to like overall design and stuff like that,
I do not like the exterior design whatsoever.
Yeah, it's funny, and then like how I forgot what their SUV is. Is it a Sequoia or?
There's a Sequoia, Highlander, and Rav4.
Yeah, definitely not the Rav4. One of those two big SUVs is pretty much the Tundra with the cover over the bed. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Yep. I don't remember which one. I think it's the Sequoia.
I think it is the
Sequoia
Sequoia
of the two.
I think it is Sequoia. Yeah. I think that just really looks really funny. It's hilarious.
It is pretty funny.
It's like something that came out of Photoshop. That's like one of the cars that look like that came out of Photoshop. Okay, so number 8 is the Honda CR-V. I mean that makes sense. It's very reliable. It's very popular.
It's a Honda.
It's a Honda.
Great reputation.
Yeah. Well, between the RAV4 and the CR-V, which one did you get?
I would get a CR-V, but I wouldn't get the current generation CR-V. I would get the previous generation. I don't like the way the back end of the new CR-V right now looks. Not a fan of it at all.
Yeah.
It's just kind of weird.
Just trying to read the CR-V here. Yeah, okay. It just says that it's ideal and all that stuff. Number 7 is the Chevy Camaro. Let's see. Yeah, they don't really tell you the numbers here. They just tell you what the vehicle is, what it does, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually did a little redesign on the new Camaro. Basically, just like the headlight kind of looks a little more slimmer, if you will, and like they had that stupid black bar in the grill. It looks really goofy. Now, number 6 is a Toyota Tundra.
It's a Tundra, yeah.
Yeah, it says that it's not even close to being above the top 20 vehicles sold, and yet it has a pretty high resale value apparently. Oh, it says it's the most superior of the bunch of the trucks, the F Series, Silverado, the Ram. Yeah, that's pretty surprising.
Yeah.
Number five, it's the Corvette. Let's see here. And yeah, it starts at 52K. Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned about the Corvette with the miles per gallon thing.
Yeah. All tying back in together.
hmm Number four, it's the Toyota 4Runner. I hope that wasn't a clever way to tie it in or something, but because the four. Uh, Jeep Wrangler for number three. Whoa, that's pretty surprising.
Huh.
Well, I mean, I guess the Wrangler is. Would you consider the Wrangler the most popular one of the Jeeps?
Yes. Yeah.
There's a Cherokee, and then like there's the
Yeah, the Wrangler is the most. That's the one that you see a lot of people mod more often for off-roading. I'm pretty sure.
yeah. There's a Cherokee. There's the what was that
Liberty,
one? Liberty, and
Compass,
then Compass. Yeah.
the Wrangler, and
There's one that sounded like
Commander.
yeah, Commander. Yeah, I was thinking of that. I was like, yeah, I was like, well, yeah, wasn't there a Commander? Yeah, number two is the Tacoma, and oh my god, I just saw the number one. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's a smaller truck, right? The
Yeah,
Tacoma.
it's a smaller.
Yeah, that one's more popular. I can see more Tacomas and Tundras. But yeah, number one is FJ Cruiser. That's very surprising actually.
That is surprising. I've legitimately loved that car though.
Mm-hmm.
But that's surprising. Well, I mean, I guess to some extent it does make sense because it's odd. It is one of the odder looking vehicles on the list that we're looking at.
Yeah.
But I think because of that, it retains like an edge of people like, oh, it's such a unique vehicle, I want one. And so that's why like when you look at the used prices for them, even if they have high mileage, they're still selling for like close to 20 to 25,000 used with like 80,000 miles on it. And they'll be only like 6 or 7 years old.
Mm,
You know what I mean? And people will still pay that price to get them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. My boss has a freaking FJ Cruiser, and then And then before that, he had the Porsche Cayenne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a drastic change.
That is a drastic change. I mean, of the two, I would rather get an FJ Cruiser, just because because like Porsche, it's like when I think of Porsche, I think of their cars, not their SUVs.
Yeah. That's
Like I have a like whatchamacallit, I have like a little. It takes me off when it comes to like higher class, car companies with their SUVs, because it's just like they're just totally useless. Like
they really are.
for what they are, yeah. And then they're just like mad expensive, but they just do what regular SUVs do. It's like, so why not just get a regular SUV? I mean, other than just image, you know what I mean?
It's like people who buy Land Rovers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, as far as I know, Land Rovers can do off-roading.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got four-wheel drive and whatnot, and everything built in, but like luxury like nobody goes out and buys a $75,000 Land Rover so they can drive out to the freaking dunes and trails and everything. Like, oh yeah, I'm off-road. No, it's stupid. And if you're buying an SUV and you don't have any intention of like driving around your children to soccer practice or some crap like that, or B, going on off-road adventures, you're just a pretentious douchebag. Like, I don't know what's wrong with you. Like,
Yeah.
I would much rather have an FJ Cruiser than a Land Rover, or like an Infiniti SUV, or like a Lexus SUV.
Yeah.
Like, why are you gonna pay for the luxury brand when you can still get like a top of the line, fully loaded, like everything in it, like more standard manufacturer name for less?
Yeah, right. So, and it's like, yeah, and it's like, let's say you get it from Porsche. They have the Cayenne, and then the God, what was it called? Um, was it the Panorama or something like that? It was like
Panamera?
Panamera.
But that's not really an SUV.
Well, I
It's
mean, it's
kind of
like
like an odd
it's
crossover.
it's a crossover, but
Thing.
yeah,
I
but
know what you're talking about though.
yeah, it's like those kinds of vehicles. It's like if you're gonna go for Porsche, I would just rather get like a 911 turbo or something, or 911 turbo, or
Yeah,
like
it's like if you're getting that brand, you should get
yeah,
its signature car.
yeah, like fully loaded or whatever, if you whatever you want. But like when it comes to SUVs though, I would just rather go for the lower end of the car company, and like Chevy or whatever the hell,
Yeah.
or like F-J Cruiser. That I would rather have that than a freaking even a Lexus RX. I would actually not buy that over the F3 Cruiser just because when I look at Lexus, I look at ISs, GSs, LSs,
Yeah.
and the ESs and stuff like that. Not the RX. I don't know. It's just something about me and luxury and higher end SUVs just doesn't convince me to ever
Yeah, it's not.
consider them like ever.
Yeah.
If Lamborghini doesn't have an SUV, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, if they ever come out with the fucking SUV, I would laugh.
That'd be
Like,
hysterical.
I'd be, oh my god. And then the same with like Ferrari and like fucking Maserati and shit.
I'd buy a Ferrari SUV just to say I had one.
Like buy it and then just like immediately like return it or something. Like technically, you did own a SUV from Ferrari.
Yep.
It's just that you didn't really suffer the expenses.
Yep. Exactly.
And gases, gas prices and all that stuff. And yeah, if oh god, if they ever do come out with an SUV, I don't know what to say for car companies.
That'd be just ridiculous.
Yeah, like nothing good would come out from my mouth if when I think of car companies anymore. If that ever happens.
Be a sure sign of the apocalypse.
Yeah, exactly. When it comes to cars. Let's see. Harley Davidson, the worst motorcycle Mike can buy.
What?
Let's check out that one. It's actually the second worst. Oh, it says.
At least according to Consumer Reports.
Do you follow Consumer Reports?
Not necessarily.
I used to when it comes to cars, yeah, but now I'm just like whatever with it. I just look at like people's reviews, not like Consumer Reports nowadays. And then there's like Amazon and when it comes to electronics,
Yeah.
I look at those rather than looking in the magazine because it seems more real to me. It's like these are people that use them,
Yeah.
like that you can relate to kind of and you can totally just see the difference when it comes to feel of reading from a magazine versus reading on online on Amazon or whatever,
Yeah.
like sites like that. But yeah, I don't know, like what are you when it comes to Harley Davidsons?
I like them. I think they're classic American.
They're like
They're
the standard
yeah.
American bike, and I don't see why the other second worst.
The worst is BMW, apparently.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're not really known for their motorcycles. They're more, yeah, they're
For their cars. But I mean, a lot of law enforcement agencies use BMW motorcycles now.
really,
And if they're not using that, they're on a Honda.
yeah, yeah. There's Kawasaki's, Yamahas, and Polaris.
I take that back. Or is it Kawasaki that they're on? I can't remember. It's one of those. It's one of those three brands.
Okay.
Is BMW, Honda, or Kawasaki. You'll see some Harley Davidsons, but those are like older.
Yeah, the older models. Yeah. It might be just probably because of the gas mileage or something, but I don't know. For a motorcycle, anyway. Oh yeah, there's Victory. An Indian. Never heard of that one.
Indian's a really old brand
Okay.
that kind of had like a die out and resurgence.
Okay.
I've heard of Victory, but I
I've heard
can't
Victory, yeah.
remember.
Best brand is Yamaha. Wow. It's about 6 times more reliable than the worst, which is BMW. Hmm. Oh, okay, I see. So the number of problems were reported. Okay. That's very interesting. So the American standard bike has that many more problems than all the other like Japanese motorcycle company. Or I mean, Japanese companies. And then the worst one's the German one. Kind of surprising, actually. You always think like when I think of Germans, I always think of like pretty high quality shit, like like their BMW cars or Audis and like
Yeah.
Mercedes and stuff like that. Even their like uh fucking Bugatti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. I just read that and it's saying that a lot of the problems that are reported are all accessory based.
No, accessory based. Okay.
There's more likely for problems to be reported on like cruiser bikes, or not no touring bikes
No.
over cruiser bikes, because cruiser bikes are like more stripped, or there's not as much on them.
Yeah.
I mean, where the touring bikes are the things that are outfitted with all the freaking bells and whistles and like the radio and communication,
there's
extra
that
like
big ass
connections,
windshield shit.
yeah, the big shields and everything, and like the extra like cruise controls and
Yeah, there's all those like boxes on the side too.
yeah, and all that extra electronics and everything on the bike, and like yeah, of course you're gonna have more problems with that because those aren't things that are like like they're obviously can be put on a bike, but they're not like
They're not meant to be.
they're not really meant to be there. It's supposed to be like a raw like experience.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Amazon, did you hear that Amazon bought a gaming developing company?
I feel like I did read that somewhere.
Yeah, it's this company that they bought is called Double Helix, and then they're the ones that made the newest Killer Instinct game, on the Xbox One.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's coming back to me.
Yeah, and so and then like after that, there's been word that that Amazon's gonna come out with their own console.
That'd be pretty cool.
It would kind of be interesting to see.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of games are gonna be out. I think probably mobile games. I don't know. But hopefully that won't be the case because like the Ouya, we did mention that in our podcast. Is not doing well.
You know, I took a picture like a month and a half ago, and I think I meant to send it to you, but I didn't. But it was at Target,
right?
And they had like just a stack of them just sitting on a shelf, just like a stack of them.
Yeah,
just a bunch of them sitting on a shelf, like hadn't sold it all. And I went and I looked to see that stack again the other day, and like they had either sold them or were like getting rid of them and doing whatever with them what they need to do because it was just taking up shelf space.
I would not think that they sold them like legitimately to customers
because there was only 3 or 4 left, so I was like really like not sure. It's like
maybe they had a sale with them. I don't know, a huge sale, like maybe maybe from 40% or 60% mark off or something like that.
That'd be pretty interesting because I think they're only like $100.
Wow,
I think. I can't remember.
Yeah, but yeah, there's proof that it's not doing well. Like the controller is kind of like the controller is weird and like the interface is not working exactly how they want it to. And overall, it's just not a smooth console, and it's not performing how it was designed in concept. So, yeah, it kind of really sucks for something like that to go down like that. So, um, hopefully Amazon is not going for that.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me. I'm not really into mobile gaming, like especially like there's that whole craze with the what's it called, Flappy Bird.
Ooh, that reminds me.
What?
Well, the band Fall Out Boy had a game developed. God, it's still not. I don't even know what that is. But the band Fall Out Boy had a game called Fallout Bird developed for him. So it was pretty much like you could play Flappy Bird,
And is it
but
free?
instead of bird, it should be instead of birds. You
play as the
you were the band members.
Oh wow.
They made it for the Google Play Store. Is that what it's?
Oh yeah, the Play Store. Yeah.
They made it for that, and also
I'm gonna go check it out
for
right
the
now.
App Store. But it's like coming soon to the App Store. So it's been a while. It's been almost a week since they
announced
that. So I'm beginning to think that it's like caught up, and they're probably not.
Oh my god, you're not kidding.
Yep.
Yep. It's funny how like the font, like the design looks just like freaking GTA. It totally reminds me of GTA. Oh god. Oh man, yeah, I'm seeing the screenshots. Okay. Wow. Well, okay. That's very interesting. It says buy a song or something on the bottom. That's very funny. That'd be a pretty funny video to record, like, us playing Fallout Bird just for like, just for one time.
Just for kicks.
Just for kicks. Yeah, wow, you weren't kidding. Fallout Bird. That's very interesting. And then on the topic of Flappy Bird, there was that whole thing where like the creator pretty much couldn't take the rage and like all the negativity from from the public and the media and stuff like that, and all those like videos that involve with like raging over Flappy Bird. So he couldn't take all that, so he pretty much took it out of the App Store, and it ceased to exist as a free to play game.
Terrible.
Yeah. I find it funny. I mean, for me, I really don't care because I don't play mobile games. As much as I do with console games, and it's just so funny how like after that, it's like this like trend where all these like knockoffs of the game are coming out.
Yeah, like Splashy Fish or something, whatever.
Yeah, Splashy Fish. And then there's Fallout Boy and Fallout Bird. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And then there's several others, but yeah, those two are definitely I remember. And then there's that after that, like places like eBay have phones with Flappy Bird being sold at like ridiculous amounts of money.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was ridiculous.
Yeah. It's like, are people really that desperate for Flappy Bird? It's like,
yeah, man, they wanna play it. They wanna know it.
Yeah, I know Andy plays it. He told me about it. I like asked him, like, hey, do you have Flappy Bird? He's like, yeah. Oh, thanks for reminding me. I gotta play that shit. and then he was playing it against remember John Gabio?
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me he was playing against him.
That's hilarious.
It is hilarious. It's just and then like people at work fucking play it, and I'm like, oh god,
that's just really funny.
Yeah, I'm like, please leave me out of this. And it's like it's such a rip off, like by like itself too. Like I think because I think there's games similar to that too, like before Flappy Bird, and then on top of that, like the graphics are kind of like very reminiscent of Mario, especially with the pipes, the green pipes, and then the actual bird itself is something that looks like it's something that came out from Mario, like
It really is.
Yeah, so um I really don't. Yeah, because that's why I just really don't care that it's off the store, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm whatever about it. It's kind of ridiculous that the creator it was making like what 52K every day or something like
Yeah.
that. That is ridiculous, and from off a free to play game probably because of
Ads.
ad
Yeah.
revenue. There you go. Yeah, so that's that's pretty damn ridiculous. But it's just funny how like he couldn't take the pressure anymore. So he just took it off the fucking
Just get rid of
store,
it.
get rid of it. Yeah, and then after that he caused even more rage because it's off the store, and it's like what the hell. And then they're like, oh, it's just a publicity stunt so that he can get all these sales and shit. Or I mean, people can download them and stuff.
It's hysterical.
Now, yeah, this is a whole bunch of malarkey around it. All right, so let's see. Oh yeah, I heard that the PS4 is doing amazing in terms of sales. They're actually selling a lot of units um in the first quarter. So yeah, I think they're past like 5 million units. So
Oh wow.
yeah, um, and then on the topic of consoles, there's games coming out for the Wii U, and they're this year is gonna be a pretty good year because they're gonna come out with Super Smash Brothers and then the new Mario Kart game called Mario Kart 8, and Bayonetta 2, and then there's and then there's Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze and stuff like that, and yeah, there's a whole bunch of other games out for the Wii U that for this year. So yep, hopefully hopefully the Wii U can be a little more relevant in this generation
Yeah.
of gaming. So because it had a really rough launch.
Yeah. It really, really did.
Yeah, it didn't even like surpass 1 million units when it like after the first few weeks, and like it's kind of sad that like the first 6 weeks of PS4 and Xbox One, they already exceeded the sales of the lifetime of the Wii U,
That is
which was 1 year.
really depressing.
It was pretty depressing to see that. It was just all because of like the way they marketed the Wii U. Like, people were kind of confused by it, especially with parents.
Yeah, like I'm a smart individual, and I was kind of confused by like, wait, what is this really like? What?
Yeah, it was on Nintendo's part where they didn't really didn't carry out with the marketing too well, and people weren't sure if it was an add-on or just like another like update to the Wii or something like that. But it was
Yeah,
supposed to be next a jump to the next generation. But it still used the Wii controls and stuff like that. With the Wii Wiimote and stuff like and all that jazz, and it still uses the same Wii board and like the that fitness board.
oh yeah, I have one of
Yeah,
those.
for Wii Fit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is still works with it because I think Wii U Fit is gonna come out soon, and it still uses the same exact board. So it's like it confuses
yeah,
people even further. Like that if they don't know if it's an add-on or actual console or not. And like like not a lot of the games, not a lot of good games came out either. Like at launch, it was like the only good game really was Zombie U or Super Mario Brothers U.
yeah.
Yeah. um,
It's really kind of sad.
yeah.
You stop and think about it.
And
I'm really depressed for gaming.
mhm. But honestly, like I can say the same for PS4 and Xbox One when they came out too. Like, Knack wasn't exactly what people wanted it to be. Like, it's supposed to be a platformer, but really you just go through like a level, you attack stuff, and then that's it. And there's
Yeah,
some puzzles and whatever, but it's not really like Mario or anything like that, or like Zelda. Nothing like super intricate. It's mostly just fighting bosses, enemies, and smashing shit and collecting bits.
yeah,
Yeah, and then like Killzone was more just like a tech demo. Really, it wasn't like It's not really like a huge title like Call of Duty or Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like one of those popular shooters. It's definitely not a Halo either. Um, and when it comes to like the Xbox One, they had Rise, which was like it's kind of like God of War, but a little more realistic, I guess.
Yeah.
And then it was all quick time events. Like when you're fighting stuff, you just push one button and then just like he performs like an execution
Yeah.
move, and it's just like that for the entire time. So it's like it looks good. It looks really real. Like the graphics and all that, but the actual gameplay is like really like monotonous and stuff like that. And then there's Fire Within, which was like this Connect game, and
Oh, Xbox Connect.
yeah, like it pretty much shows that they didn't really do anything to Connect other than changing the thing to infrared.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I really don't see why uh, the Connect should be a thing now. Like, it was so hilarious to see those videos of people playing Fire Within, and it's just like, and this is all they do is just go like this,
Yeah. Yeah.
just punch. It's just like any other Connect game, but especially with, like the Dragon Ball Z game for the Connect. It was hilarious.
I played Fruit Ninja on Xbox
Oh, yeah.
Connect.
Yeah, that's like one of the only things that work, I guess, for a Connect, and like
Yep.
the dancing stuff too.
Yeah. I done that too. I played the Michael Jackson dance game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was actually kind of fun. That was probably the most fun I've ever had with an Xbox Connect.
Mhm.
No, I just thinking Fruit Ninja, like literally you just kind of had to swing your arm around
Really.
and just hope you didn't hit bombs
Yeah.
and you were all right.
Yeah. That's like one of the few mobile games I've played too on my iPod and like the and people's iPhones and stuff like
Yep.
that when I borrow them.
Yeah.
And then like and people's iPads too.
Yeah. I just remembered I had a Sonic game on my phone.
Oh god, yeah. I forgot that Sonic had mobile games too.
It's really not. It's kind of frustrating.
Really?
It doesn't like save your progress. Like I finally beat a level
Really?
and it made me go back to do it again after I died.
Oh, Sonic Dash. Okay. I've heard of that one. Speaking of that, you totally reminded me of this thing where on in Battlefield 4, it is even with I think a patch came out for it, but even after that, it's still buggy as hell. Like, I don't know about you on the PS3. I don't know about the PS3 version,
Uh-huh.
but on the PS4, I have a lot of times where the sound just cuts out. So it's just like when I'm shooting, you get nothing, and like I can't hear anything except for like certain like sounds, like when you're running on grass
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So most of the sound is like cut off, so I can't hear people coming towards me and shoot me and stuff like that. And then like fucking
I don't think I've had that happen.
yeah. So like, it's pretty much, I think it is on the next gen console versions, and it crashed so many fucking times for what it was. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, really? It crashed like 3 times in one sitting over an hour and a half.
That's really
Yeah.
creepy.
I'm like, what? Even Battlefield 3 didn't do this. And then like I had like times where like when I'm playing Conquest, I get stuff as if I'm only level 1. So I can't use my guns that I've unlocked and stuff. I'm like, what is going on here? And also like my rank goes down and stuff like that, like just randomly. And then like the biggest like fuck you pretty much is like the campaign will not fucking save. Like
That's awful.
like I played it for 3 fucking hours, right? Or 4.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? I had this similar. Yeah, I played it, and then it wouldn't save.
Yeah.
And so then when I turned it back on, I had to redo everything.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, all right, man. And like I okay, the farthest I've got was where you're in the snow and then like you're like with this like Russian prisoner. And then apparently that Russian prisoner is from Battlefield 3 when you're playing the Russian side of the story. But I'm just like whatever. And then there's some stuff after that and you're rescuing Pac. What's his name? It was like it was the black dude, Irish, and then there's the white dude.
Is that Wrecker? No, it's Pack, I think.
Yeah, Wrecker is the one that died.
Yeah, I think it's Pack.
Yeah, Wrecker's the one that died in the car when you had to shoot him, or something like that. I mean, when you shoot
the one who shoots the
yeah,
Wrecker's
when
the
you're
one that shoots the window out.
oh right, no, you are Wrecker, but like no, oh, fuck, what was his name? Dunn or something? I don't know. That dies in the beginning, but anyways, yeah, Pac is still like kidnapped or whatever, or like in prison or something somewhere else, and something like that. And then like, sorry to spoil this, but you know that Asian chick that fights with you?
Yeah.
She initially betrays you, and she works for Admiral Chang, who's the main antagonist. But she did it to protect the prime minister or whatever.
Yeah.
Or president of China, whatever the hell. Or something like that. Somewhere along those lines. And then the dude that was bandaged? Do you remember him? That was the prime minister or whatever. Or high political figure or whatever. So that's kind of like supposed to be like the twist or whatever.
Plot twist.
Yeah. And then like the chick kind of looks like antagonist for a little bit, but she joins back, and there's a point where Iris trusts her now, and like, so I stopped there, right? And then like I come back, I'm like, okay, I want to finish this, and unlock some stuff, right? But it's not there.
Yeah.
Like I have to start over all, like, what the hell? But the weird thing is that the stuff I've unlocked is still there. Like,
that's bizarre.
You get like when you beat a certain level, you get the prisoner knife, so you can use it in multiplayer. So I thought that was really weird. Like, yeah, it's unfortunate that Battlefield 4 is just so buggy as hell. But when it works, it's fun. Like, it's really it's really fun to play. Like, I've been playing it for like so far is more than Call of Duty right now. And usually I play more Call of Duty. Call of Duty Ghosts is like kind of like it really is like a real definition of copy and paste.
Yeah.
Like they didn't really do anything like new, other than like the map design and stuff like that. But yeah, and they've improved on stuff here and there, but really it's just another Call of Duty title. But Battlefield 4, like graphically it looks good. Like, it's 60 frames. It's like, oh my god, like this is something new for Battlefield, and then there's all these bugs. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I've never seen a game of that class, I guess you can call it, like a AAA title that has so many fucking bugs, and yet DICE is not, doing anything right now.
That's true. It's so fun, and because I remember I'm pretty sure I showed you the picture of like there was when you're on the carrier.
Oh yeah, the glitch.
Yeah, there was a glitch, but it was pretty much just like guys that were cut in half, and then their legs were like coming out of the carrier, and their bodies were just like stuck in the carrier. It was really bizarre.
Yeah. Luckily I haven't run any like visual glitches per se, but dude, like there's so many bugs that it just irritates the fuck out of me and just like prevents me to really like this game,
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just really unfortunate. I've played there's this thing where you can be a commander. And then it's boring to a lot of people because all you do is sit and you're in front of this map, right? It's kind of like what's that game called? Like that classic board game. It's like Risk. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, Risk.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, But you can command like UAVs and counter UAVs to like block out enemy radar,
Uh huh.
and you can also help out your guys, locate the enemy too. And then when your guys capture certain points, um, you can have these like add-ons too. Like you could launch a cruise missile, or like you
Ah,
could deploy a gunship.
that's cool.
That's cool, yeah. And then you can also like you can even block out other commanders too,
Mm-hmm.
enemy commanders, so that way they can help out their soldiers and stuff like that. So I thought it was really cool that they added that in, but like because of the bugs and stuff like that, it kind of just ruins the game. It just
Oh, yeah, it's unfortunate.
it is unfortunate. Yeah, so that's Battlefield 4 for now, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that they actually come out with the patch and fix everything pretty much, and we can only just hope for the best, I guess. Okay, so how long has it been? Wow. All right, so it's been almost an hour 30. Let's see. Ford Raptor is a beast in green. Interesting. Oh yeah, okay. There's a thing where I guess it's kind of old, but yeah, they show the pictures of the Dinobots from Transformers 4.
Ah.
Yeah. Um. Okay, that's action figures, I guess. Okay, it's. Oh, it's just mostly toys. I guess. All right.
That's just classic.
What?
It's just not. It's just toys.
Yeah, it's just toys. It didn't really show the movie.
Which is kind of funny to me, like, because like here's what some of the things will look like. You know what I'm saying? And then it's toys, so it kind of gives you like on one hand it's like, oh, maybe this is the toy version of what is gonna be in the film, or maybe it's like, no, this is what the film stuff's gonna look like is the toys, like they're gonna be that bad.
No,
You see
God.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I hope they're not that color, because some of them were kind of ridiculous with the colors. When it comes to the toys, I mean, so, like there's like that whole bright ass orange motherfucker, but what I don't know. Did you see the trailer for Transformers 4?
I haven't.
Oh, okay.
It's on
You know,
my to watch list.
no, yeah. It has Mark Wahlberg, so Marky Mark, yeah, and the Funky Bunch. No, I was kidding. That'd be pretty funny actually, if they're in the movie too. But anyways, I think it's really cool to have Mark Wahlberg in it. I think it was a good choice. Instead of fucking what's his face, Shia LaBeouf.
At first he was okay, you know, but
Like
by
okay,
the third one,
first
I was
one
like,
the first movie I kind of tolerated it because like okay, it's the first one, you're just getting to know the character, blah blah blah. But really, like you don't really see any character development. He's still just like his same sarcastic, like I guess I don't know if douchebag is a word for it, but like I don't know. It's you just don't like him. People don't like him, and then by the end of the movie, it's just like you don't really give a shit about him. You just give more shits for the Autobots.
yeah.
So it's a, and then there's a fucking what's her face, Megan Fox or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus. I don't know why they chose her.
They're like, oh, people like her. She's attractive. We'll pick her.
Yeah. Yeah. Instead of just like, like more down to earth, actresses. Like, nope, they gotta go with a hot ass, model. And then fucking like the third one they hired a freaking like underwear model or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I mean, she wasn't as bad as I expected. Like, she was okay for what she is,
Yeah.
she's more of a model than an actress, so it's kind of like, okay, all right, but overall, it's kind of like just like kind of all flash and no story really.
It's really what it was.
Yeah,
Typical
you just see
Michael
shit
Bay.
blow up and tear up and yeah, it's a Michael Bay
It's a
movie.
Michael Bay movie.
Yeah,
Like, it's really what it was.
yeah. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, it's all right, you know. But um, I was kind of hoping for it was. I was kind of hoping more for like Bad Boys or Bad Boys 2. I actually like those movies because
Those are good.
yeah, I enjoyed it, especially when I was younger. Especially when I had HBO and they replayed Bad Boys 2 over and over
Yeah.
and over again. But I mean, yeah, despite that, I actually liked Bad Boys 2, and like it's actually funny, and then like, I mean, sure, there's a whole lot of cussing, sure, but like, I don't know, I thought it was really funny. With
Yeah,
Will
it's
Smith.
kind of got like a more classic movie feel to it.
Yeah, it does. It's kind of campy in a way, but it's more movie-ish, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, whereas now, well, when you watch a movie, it has to, they have to cram as much special effects and
Yeah.
like flash into it as possible
Yeah.
in order for it to be even remotely successful, you know?
Yeah. In order to meet standards nowadays, and
Yeah.
Bad Boys 2 had a lot of special effects. So, you see like the blood actually like splatter out and shit,
Yeah.
and no like minimal CGI. So like yeah, and then like you said you have to cram in all those like visual effects and shit like, as much as possible, like kind of like how episodes 1 through 3 of Star Wars were treated.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was not a whole lot of storytelling. It was just like this happened. Oh, you see this shit, and oh, the shit blows up, and oh, there's lightsabers,
Yeah. It's,
and acrobatic shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's really the best way to put it.
yeah. Oh, and Anakin, Padme get married. Oh, and then yeah, it's you don't really care for them, and there's that guy that played Anakin. He's a horrible actor. I mean, or he's given horrible dialogue, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's. I mean, I kind of blame him on both ends, like the director and the actor, I guess, because he couldn't really take it seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't blame him because it's like it was terribly written for Star Wars. I mean, and I don't know how the fuck episodes 4 through 6 were that good, and then now like the same, director George Lucas like fucks up episodes 1 through 3. Yeah. Let's see. So have you picked up anything so far or not?
Oh, well, like article wise?
Yeah, article wise, yeah. Any weird,
That-
weird stories or
I just had one.
you just have?
Oh, I already said them all, damn it.
No.
That's obnoxious. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Okay. So, kind of world conscious concerning about being concerned about things. God, I can't talk.
Yeah.
So tired. So I read an article a little while back that was talking about the radiation poisoning and exposure and everything
Oh yeah.
after the earthquakes in Japan and the radioactive spills of the water from the reactors and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And the radiation was found in the water around Hawaii
Oh yeah.
within like 5 months after the incident occurred.
Yeah.
So that pretty much means like it's already like
Here. Mm-hmm.
Like we live like 5 miles from the ocean. It's out there
Yes.
in our water.
Yeah.
We could drive there right now and it's there.
Yeah. Redondo Beach, Huntington Beach. all those beaches.
Like it's there. It's in our water. Like,
Yeah.
and it's really concerning to me that it's not a bigger deal.
Right.
Like it's
I see what you mean.
The people aren't blowing this up everywhere. Like, oh, we need to do something. Like,
I saw it too, but like
out.
it's not. Yeah, but not a lot of people are talking about it. Like you said, it's not.
Yeah, it was one of those kind of articles. Like when I read, I had to kind of like stumble
Yeah.
upon it.
Yeah. I had to look for it, like deep into Yahoo or what the hell.
Yeah.
It's not as much as like, oh, Justin Bieber, fucking DUI and drag racing and shit.
People blow that up more than.
Yeah, and they're like, and all his fans were like so fucking concerned that he's gonna get deported back to Canada and shit, and they're like trying to do a petition and shit with on whitehouse.org or whatever the hell.
Yeah,
.gov.
I didn't sign it. To have
Oh
him
yeah, of
deported.
course.
I mean, I wouldn't mind him being deported because I really don't want to see this little prick on our news anymore.
No, hell no.
Because what's most sickening about that is that people were starting Free Bieber was trending. And it's all these idiot little 14-year-old kids who have access to the internet on their phone and they're on Twitter and crap. And they're out there like, he's my idol, blah, 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 don't go to jail. No, he is not your idol. It's like these children have lost sight of the fact that he was driving drunk, speeding, driving recklessly. He could have killed someone.
And you're saying
he's your idol. And that's what's wrong with
and
America.
you're still on his side.
And you're still on his side. Like,
oh god,
you are an idiot child. Like, you really need guidance in your life. Like, where are the parents who should be caring about you? Why are they not intervening right now? Like, and helping you to look at this guy and be like, oh wow, he's making really bad decisions. Should not let my child follow this.
Yeah, exactly.
Individual.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just. Yeah, it really just like annoys me that like people nowadays, especially the younger kids, this generation, like they still. But oh god, I don't want to say this word, but believe, but that Bieber's like still their like ideal like role model of the hell, despite doing all his like stupid shit, and it really depresses me that he went from this like innocent like kid on YouTube playing guitar, covering songs or whatever, to this like this big ass like fucking douchebag now, and I mean he really evolved to like this like genuine asshole. Like people say stories, especially people who did his hair, like at people at the barbershop that he goes to. People were actually I've heard that people say that he's like an asshole to them.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I believe it.
Yeah. So there's I can't see why people are rooting for this motherfucker like still.
Yeah. I mean, on one hand, I feel bad for him, like, because he hasn't had any good male role models in his life, from what I understand. Like, his dad's not in the picture, and so it's just his mother who's kind of like, single parent here. But on the other hand, like, why is she not playing a more active? Why is she not stepping in and be like, "You're still my son"? Like,
yeah, like, you gotta realize what you're doing and stuff like that. No, I don't think she's not saying stuff like that to him. So it just really depresses me that all this happened, and it's just, and how it's all playing out and stuff like that. And just, bleh, it's just making me sick.
Yeah. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah. All right, so. Oh god, Bitcoin going mainstream. Have you know Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Yeah. For those who don't know, it's pretty much like official currency, except it's like online, and like all currencies, it goes up and down in value, and then like what people do is like it's kind of like stocks in a way. Like when you buy a stock, for let's say you buy a stock, buy 100 stocks from Apple, and then when the value goes up, you're supposed to sell them and you make profit. So it's kind of like that with Bitcoin, and yeah, it's been a trend where people buy Bitcoins, and then when they wait for Bitcoin to really hit that high mark in value, and then they sell it and then buy it again, I guess, to make more money, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really don't see why this should be a thing. It's like,
I like normal money.
yeah,
I'm fine with that.
I like the paper money. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I like my Washingtons, my Lincolns, the Ben Franklins.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And those the quarters. So fuck pennies, by the way.
Hey, I see them. I pick them up. Every little cent makes a difference.
It does. Yeah. I'm just like I hate fucking pennies. Like it's like it's one of those things that like I wish they would go away because one, it costs more to make a penny than it's actually what it's actually supposed to be worth.
That is true.
Because of the copper. The copper is very expensive, and there's a reason why it's not made of purely copper.
Yep.
They actually put a lot of silver, nickel, or whatever the hell.
Yeah, I think that's.
And then like
nickel.
and then they put some percentage of copper. And that's pretty much it.
To give it its color.
Yeah, to give it its color. Yeah, and even with that, it's still more expensive to make than it's actually worth. So it's like,
You know what'd be really funny is if you melted down, like, I don't know, like $10 in pennies, and like pulled out. I'm pretty sure that's probably illegal, by the way.
yeah,
But it would be really funny to melt down and separate.
yeah.
However that process works. Like I'm sure that's possible.
It's possible. Yeah, you could separate it out. You need a friggin' steel mill or one of those things. Like
yeah, like just smelting
yeah.
tools or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But melt it down, separate it out.
And sell the copper.
Cool it up and whatnot, and just end up with a chunk of copper. It would probably be worth more than it would definitely be worth more than $10.
Yeah, yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like you're tampering with currency, so that's why it's illegal probably. I imagine that.
Would they be able to know?
Yeah, it's only bad if you get caught. But anyway,
as with everything in life.
As everything else in life. It reminds me of a story where I don't know if it happened here or whatever, but like people were like digging up fucking streets to steal the copper from the pipes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it here or is it just some other city?
I think that's just a general thing that's happened. It's like also with abandoned not necessarily abandoned houses or like houses where people have been evicted in apartment complexes and things like that.
Yeah.
People will go in at night and rip open the walls and steal the copper pipe and wire because it's worth money. Like we at my house, we had a whole bunch of copper wire.
Yeah.
And so we like took it and we recycled it and we got money for it.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty fun. We'd had that stuff around for like ever. Yeah. Yeah. My brain just turned off.
Wait, 8 new. Oh. I think the Supra is gonna be one of them. But anyways, it's 8 new 2015 cars coming to the U.S. from the Far East. So let's see.
What is that? It's just a.
It's a Legacy. No, it's a fucking Legacy.
Looks like a Honda Accord.
It really does. Hold on. Is all we're getting? Okay, never mind. Yeah. Subaru Legacy. Let's see. Wow, CVT is the only transmission option. There's no manual. Yep.
Okay.
Kind of really tells you that manual is kind of becoming less and less relevant this time around.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks, but yeah, whatever. I mean, what are you gonna do? So you just find it like okay, all right. What the fuck? Is that really what it looks like?
That looks kind of cool, actually.
Huh. A Honda Fit. Looking like that. Would you consider getting that?
I actually like the way that looks a lot. It kind of looks like a CRV,
Yeah.
but two-door,
Mm-hmm.
as far as I can tell.
Yeah. I hope that's. Huh. I think that's probably a concept, but I don't know. If that's real, like, whoa, that's pretty cool. For a Honda, Honda
Yeah,
Fit, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. It's kind of different, yeah. Oh yeah, see what I'm talking. Yeah, this is the picture that they came out, and yeah, from there it looks just like a fucking Evo X. I mean, I know it's far away, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. So, this is the same exact picture. Okay, you can't blow it up.
Low-res photos.
What are you gonna do, right? Let's see. Yeah, it says, it left some loyal fans pretty let down in terms of visual excitement. Well, I think,
Obviously.
yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it's not really saying any specs about it. Just looks. Is it TLX from Acura? Okay. Oh wow. So they actually got rid of the TSX and the TL.
Oh,
Wow.
that's sad.
That kind of sucks. So I guess their new flagship is the TLX. I guess. Oh, it doesn't come with the V8 option. Huh. How do you feel about that when in terms of looks?
It looks exactly like
Any other Acura?
the other Acura. Yeah, it doesn't look any different.
Yeah. Really, yeah. I mean, other than the little like small differences.
Yeah, those small accents like in the front.
Yeah, and the lights, of course, but looks like an Acura to me. Wait, so we just.
Oh, I see. They're not sure what the market name for the previous one that we saw is going to
Oh
be.
right, okay.
It was.
And it was
it's a crossover of the Fit design and that other car.
The bezel or whatever the hell, Bexel. Okay, all right. Okay, that makes sense. Let's see. Oh, it comes with a 6-speed manual or CVT. And then also IV Tech, 130 horsepower. Have you driven a Honda Fit?
I have.
Oh yeah.
They're underpowered.
Yeah, they're pretty underpowered.
They're not quick at all.
I'm pretty surprised because like I mean probably the Countryman feels underpowered too. I mean like when you put it on sport mode, it's not as bad. So I mean, especially for what it is too, like from appearances too.
Yeah.
It looks kind of heavy, but you know once you actually drive it, it doesn't really feel that way. So that's what I actually like about Countrymans.
Mm-hmm.
Or Mini Cooper, Cooper in general.
Mazda diesel. All right.
Oh, wow, a diesel. That's a very rare occurrence in America.
Yeah, especially like in trucks. It's
Yeah, trucks
common,
obviously.
and Volkswagen has
Some diesels.
diesel options, but yeah, especially in like sedans like this, they're really popular in Europe, and they get great fuel mileage, and they're over there like 55 miles per gallon. We're over here with our freaking
25s and shit.
25.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yep. Let's see. Oh, it says almost 40 miles per gallon on the highway. The diesel will undoubtedly make the Mazda 6 one of the most efficient in its class. Okay. Doesn't BMWs come with diesels or no?
So there's one that does.
Okay. That's what I thought. Okay, Subaru Outback. Looks like any other Outback. Whoa. There's a...
GTR Nismo.
Yeah.
So much
Oh, dude. I always loved GTRs, even though like, I mean, yeah, they can definitely improve on the looks. Like, I just like it overall.
They're pretty dope.
Yeah, and when it comes to like automatics in these kind of cars, like I'm kind of like okay with it since as long as it works and as long as
Yeah.
it's fast, as long as very responsive, then then it's fine in my book.
Yeah.
I would much rather have that than regular manual transmission. No offense, but just because I mean, if it's more responsive, yeah, but if it's more responsive as with a manual transmission or as responsive, then definitely I would go for manual transmission.
Yeah.
Uh, but what? Yeah, but I feel like people shouldn't bag on automatic transmissions in cars, especially if it's very responsive. Um, and then like there's like double clutch. There's Cory, Cory. There's CVTs, double clutch, and then there's auto manual.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think auto manual tends to be more of the slower of the bunch. Double clutch and or dual clutch, and CVT tend to be the more quicker ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely they can be around in supercars in my opinion. I mean, a lot of the Ferraris and the Lambos and all those cars have those paddle shifters
Yeah.
too. I mean, what about you? What do you feel about?
I like manual transmission, but I also like the convenience of like the whole CVT
Mm-hmm.
like power. And I agree, if it's responsive and if it gets the job done and it still puts the power to the ground, that's what matters. If the timing is done right and the transmission's built well, that's what matters.
Yeah, as long as it works, I think it should be around. Let's get one more in since it's like almost 11 o'clock. So, or at least some couple of short ones, but no. A flawed $1.5 trillion fighter jet. That's pretty random. 10 monsters dog breeds.
Do it.
God.
Is there not pictures?
Oh, are you serious? Oh, okay. God damn it, fucking ads. Alright, there's the Irish Wolfhound, of course. That would be one of the bigger ones.
They're like an ugly, good-looking dog.
Ugly, good-looking.
If that makes any sense. Like they look dirty all the time, but like they look like dirty and matted, but they're like, but they're not ugly like a pug. I think pugs are just some of the ugliest dogs.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling it for pugs or like, I don't like dogs with like really short snouts.
Yeah,
It's
drives
not.
me nuts.
Yeah, just not. No, it's not my thing. Uh, Saint
Saint
Bernards,
Bernards,
of
yeah.
course. God damn it, fucking ads.
I'm gonna get this guy.
More ads.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. No, yeah, they're known to be the one of the droopiest.
Yeah, droopy lips.
Yep, spit.
Mastiffs.
Yeah. Oh God.
Big old tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at up to 190 pound, like 175 to 190 average weight.
That's way more than me. I weigh 170. I mean, 150, 57.
Jeez, you're so tiny.
Hey, wait, I'm not fucking blah, you know?
There you go.
That's how I look at it. Well, that's the last time I weighed myself. That was like a couple of years ago, actually. So I might be passing 160.
Probably.
Yeah. But still, even with that, that's like that the dog is still bigger than I am in terms of weight.
It's bigger than I am too. Myself.
Yeah. How much you weigh?
I think I weigh like 180 now.
180.
Newfoundlands.
Newfoundland, yeah.
They're big dogs, but they're also really good looking dogs.
Yeah, yeah.
Pulling nets and boat lines.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, yeah. They tend to be the swimmers because they're the way their coat works.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Wait, Ferguson recommends elevating food and water dishes, which keep your dog from swallowing air as they eat and drink, allowing them to digest the food properly. Oh, okay.
That's an interesting thing.
So I guess like you need to have their food and water at head level, I guess.
Yeah, so they don't have to bend over as
Like
much.
yeah. Good point.
Great Danes.
Great Dane. Yeah, yeah. I've seen. I've always when I was younger, when we were in high school or like even in middle school, I've always seen those three Great Danes on that street.
Yeah.
The 182nd. Those are big motherfucking dogs, man. It's like a baby cow or something. Fucking I don't know.
Yeah.
Like seriously, they're big ass motherfuckers, man. I don't know how. And then that owner had three of them.
It's so nuts.
Oh god, yeah. I don't know how that person does it. The larger the dog is, the shorter its lifespan will often be. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate, actually. Unfortunately, the truth. In order to prolong the life of a giant breed, it's important to keep them as lean and fit, healthy as possible. Well, doesn't that apply to everyone?
Yeah. Like everyone.
Yeah. This includes regular exercise, careful attention to their diet, without overfeeding them. Whoa. God damn it. All right.
That's why I use Chrome with Ad Blocker Pro.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't think I've ever seen
Pyrenees.
a Great Pyrenees
Pyrenees,
dog
yeah.
like not on television.
Yeah, and like in
I'm not
person.
ashamed to say I've watched dog shows.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's
Dogs 101.
Yeah. Sometimes it's 7:00 in the morning and nothing else is on TV.
Yeah, right. Friggin' Animal Planet and all that shit.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the shit right there.
I've never even heard of this.
The Leonberger? A thick double coat and dense mane. Loyalty, playfulness, and trainability. Not often bothered by loud noises. Do well with children of all ages, adaptable to a variety of situations. Regular grooming. The coat is heavy. Temperature should never be shaved. All right, that's good to know.
Yeah, just in case I ever come across this mysterious dog that I've
Yeah,
never
right.
seen or heard of before.
Yeah.
Looks kind of like a lion.
Yeah, it does. Probably that's why it's called the Leonberger.
There's probably some German dog.
Yeah. The Bernese Mountain Dog.
Yeah, I've seen those before.
I
haven't seen that many of them, but I've seen one or two.
Oh yeah. Strong, confident, intelligent, and easygoing. Calm demeanor, loving personality. Do well with children. It can be aloof towards strangers. That's funny. That's pretty interesting. Should be given space to run and exercise daily. Mm. Okay, I've never heard of this one. It's very like
It looks like it's closely related to the previous dog,
kind of yeah.
with a different type of coat.
Mhm.
Greater Swiss Mountain Dog.
Yeah. Used for herding and guarding since the Middle Ages. Love to be active. Do best when you have something to do. Known to be gentle with children. Excellent watchdogs. Can be aggressive towards other dogs. Require proper socialization. Proper socialization with your puppy, giving your giant breed love and attention throughout their lives is important to raising a well-adjusted, happy dog. He suggests getting down on their level for a good hug or cuddle to express yourself. It's a very interesting tip. The Black Russian Terrier. Never heard of that one either. Loves learning new things.
Pretty sure all dogs do.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's something they learned the day before and they think it's new again, but
Yeah,
they still
right.
like to learn it.
Yeah. Yep. Adaptable in both country and city life. Do best with older children.
No.
So don't have babies, I guess, with this dog.
So it's probably like I don't know what the word to describe the dog's behavior is, but like like young kids like to they poke it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they don't have that spatial awareness of like I looked at a picture and I completely lost my fucking damn it. No, like kids don't have that spatial awareness, that like consciousness of like, oh, this could be hurting. This like, oh, this is nice. This is something you do. Oh, that's not something you should do. Like, you shouldn't grab the dog's leg.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
They don't know that sense of boundaries.
Mm-hmm. All 10 of these breeds are in general, sweet, eager to please, and low maintenance. They're laid back, gentle giants, and I couldn't recommend them more. I couldn't recommend them more to people. Yep, that's pretty much it. Anything you want to bring up before we wrap this up?
The Olympics are going on, so that's always interesting.
Oh yeah, the Olympics.
But I think that might be best reserved
Oh yeah, for
because they're going to be going on, I think, for another week.
oh yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, still going on. So I'm just trying to yeah. Oh yeah, so yeah, Sony sold 5.3 million PS4s already, and they already hit their sales target with weeks to spare.
Nice. Good job, Sony.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that the Xbox One is doing as well as they're doing, considering how
Everything.
how everything
to the
played
launch.
out. Yeah, till launch. Yeah. Yeah, they're not doing that bad. Like they definitely passed a million. Yeah, so they were going for wait. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, they tried to go for 5 million, and they surpassed it. Yeah, 5.3. I gotta be honest though, right now, like PS4 has like no fucking games to play.
Yeah.
There's no games right now. Like, yeah, and then for Xbox One, there's all these like great games like fucking Killer Instinct, Dead Rising 3, and then Titanfall's coming out soon. Like, holy fuck, dude, that looks freaking sick. Like I was actually kind of considering getting an Xbox One, but I was like, yeah, I think I should wait for the price to drop, like more drastically. I think they dropped it to $400 now, so
maybe.
yeah. I've heard that from somewhere, but not too sure exactly where. Probably from IGN or Machinima or something like that. Yeah, they started out at $500. Yeah,
Yeah, they're
yeah.
$4.99.
They're $4.99, and then now they're probably $3.99. So I'm gonna wait even further. Definitely. So
I'm gonna wait for the PS4 to get down to $249. That's what I'm waiting for. Black Friday special.
Yeah, it's probably like this coming year. Yeah, I mean by this time, hopefully they'll drop to that price. So
Can hope, because they're how $2.99? No, $3.99.
it's still $3.99. Yeah, just by itself though. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that little camera thing is like $60,
Yeah.
and then
Controllers are another $60. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep. That's the beauty of next gen gaming.
Yep.
Shit's getting more expensive.
Yep.
Although, like, at least the PS4 wasn't as expensive as the PS3 was when at launch.
Yeah.
Like, PS3 was at $600,
Something
700,
like that. Yeah.
700.
It was pricey.
It was so pricey. I'm glad I didn't even like consider buying that. Definitely was so glad with the Wii. It was a lot of good games. I mean, that came out like month by month. With the Wii. I don't know about the PS3. I heard the PS3 had like no games at all during launch either. So
Yeah.
I guess that tends to be like the trend for PlayStation. At least for modern days, anyway. All right, I think we're gonna just wrap it up now. It's like past 11, and yeah, we really don't have much to talk about other than maybe past stuff in the past, but
Yeah.
yeah. Other than yeah. Oh shit. I think we need to do this. We we recently completed a Sonic Lost World. That was quite the game.
Oh my.
Yes.
Oh jeez.
Yes.
Yep.
Cory, would you like to recount your experience?
It's one of the most frustrating video games I've ever played in my entire life.
Definitely in the modern years.
Yeah, modern years.
Yes.
I've never played Flappy Bird, so I cannot compare it to Flappy Bird in terms of frustration levels. But I can tell you, if you're picking between Sonic Lost World and another video game, you might as well just pick the other one. I'm just kidding. It's possible. There's worse games.
Oh, dude, there is worse games.
Yeah, we know there's worse games.
Have you heard of Ride to Hell?
Yeah. That's worse. Yeah, actually, yeah. I would rather play. Well, no, I don't know. I was gonna say I'd rather play Sonic Lost World over House of the Dead, or what was it called? What was that game called we played earlier?
Oh yeah, House of the Dead.
Overkill.
Yeah.
House of the Dead Overkill.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'd almost rather play Sonic Lost World over that, because that to me that's like that game was kind of one of those games that you get in like a 2 for $25 special
yes.
at Best Buy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But at least House of the Dead Overkill is fun because it's so simple and cheesy.
Yes.
You just shoot stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about the cutscenes? What did you think of them?
Cutscenes are terrible. Sonic Lost World, they're literally, like we talked about this, they're like Saturday morning cartoons, and they're not like good Saturday morning cartoons. They're like the cartoons where you're the kid who woke up late and you don't get the good cartoons that are on right at the beginning of the morning, and you don't get like the last two good cartoons that are at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You get like the really awkward ones in the middle.
Yeah.
That are just like time fillers.
It's kind of like Wings Club.
Yeah. Yeah, it's exactly what it's like, and some of the voice acting is just really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, of the characters, Tails was definitely
The
closest to what I expected. Sonic made him just like some sort of hippie surfer sounding guy.
Oh,
and
dude, that definitely.
And then Amy was just, I don't even know where
do you even begin?
And then they made Knuckles like some sort of weird, like, New Yorker-ish sounding
Yeah.
guy, and that was just really bad. I mean, Eggman at least was
He's still the same voice actor
the same voice actor from previous, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
He sounded appropriate.
Mm-hmm. But the gameplay, though.
The gameplay, as simple and straightforward as it is actually like it's frustrating for someone who's not like an avid gamer.
Yeah.
Like myself, like I'm a very casual gamer. Like, there's some pretty horrible glitches that happen.
Oh yes.
And it's very aggravating.
Yeah.
It's very aggravating. I like simple game, like really simple gameplay where things you got to do with the buttons are very, very nicely laid out, and like some of it for me was just not intuitive.
Mm-hmm.
We obviously figured it out because I beat the boss at the end of the game. So
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just very interesting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in Sonic Lost World where it's all about your ability to time what's happening, being able to time your
jumps
and actions and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm thankful that I can pretty much figure that out. But like if you're a younger kid or something who wants to play it, it could be challenging for them, unless they're the type of kid who is really playing video games a lot all the time.
Hardcore gamers.
Hardcore gamers as young kids, but
yeah. If they're kids and they're casual gamers, they'll definitely like throw a fit. I think.
They'll get frustrated pretty quick. It's not for the faint of heart.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Anything else before I say something?
It was fun though. All things aside, it was actually fun to play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's an average Sonic game overall. For me, like a lot of what Sonic was lost for me. Like, I've played Sonic Adventure. I don't remember playing all of it, but like a good chunk of it. I played all of Adventure 2. I've been Sonic Heroes, and I think I've been Sonic Colors, or at least played most of it. And then I played some of Sonic Unleashed, but I didn't really like that one. I've yet to play Sonic Generations, but anyway, yeah. This one really showed that it lost its charm when it came to like as a Sonic game, especially with like how the voice acting was done. And at first like they kind of sort of recently recasted the voice actors once again, and then like this voice actor, I forgot his name. It was Roger Craig Smith for Sonic, that we've experienced, and it's surprising because he voices Chris from fucking Resident Evil, and then Ezio Auditore from Assassin's Creed games.
Huh.
So I thought it was a really interesting choice to have Sonic. I mean, have him play Sonic, but unfortunately, I don't know if it's him or the way the dialogue was written. I don't know, but something about that really like dumbed him down to this like he said, like a surfer / hippie dude, like like his voice is all like
Yeah.
whoa, that kind of thing. Just, I really don't remember that from older Sonic games, and like and I can definitely remember the dialogue was horrible, and very like aiming more towards kids, but I think even kids wouldn't like that.
Yeah,
in
it
my
was
opinion.
like too.
I don't know. Yeah, it was like way too much tongue in cheek going on.
Yeah.
And I really didn't like how the gameplay was kind of balanced in terms of difficulty. Like the boss battles were surprisingly easy once you get around them,
Yeah.
but the levels were just frustrating as hell, especially when you start passing to the once you start passing even maybe in the middle
Yeah.
of the progress. It just a lot. I mean the look was beautiful. It was in graphical terms, it looked beautiful. The colors were bright. It it was good to look at, but the overall like level design was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of like slowdowns and shit. It's not like smooth, like ooh, a lot of jumping and stuff like that. I mean, and then like um a lot of the things weren't well explained for newcomers to really like get into the game. We had to like figure it on our own, like what we're really supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like for instance, we can like run up the tree. Like we had no idea of like
Yeah. I had no idea how we did it.
Yeah, how we did it. But once we actually like just did it through trial and error, you're like, oh, okay, we got it. Like
Yeah.
we can run up walls and shit. That's kind of cool. But other than that, like I really didn't see how like what I'm looking for. I mean, like in terms of like what it's trying to do, what it's trying to do new here, it's like it didn't really like do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, the boss battles were surprisingly easy once you really figure out what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
And especially happens. Well, I mean, you guys will see since I haven't posted those episodes yet, but you'll know what we're talking about. And like yeah, overall, like I really was kind of no, not kind of. I was genuinely disappointed with Sonic Lost World, especially with the villains, the way the characters were handled. I mean, except for Tails. Tails was fine. Especially with Sonic, how he was, how his dialogue was written, and then the humor and stuff like that was awful, and the villains were awful. Like I've been saying that it's like there's stereotypes of like personalities.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's like the fat guy that eats a lot and he's dumb. There's the spoiled chick, and then that the annoying chick. There's this like weird emo hippie dude.
Yeah.
And then the kung fu master, and then the wild like tall skinny motherfucker like that's like like all up in your face, but really he's like kind of weak.
Yeah.
And then of course the last one is like the serious hard ass, and he's the leader, all that stuff. And yeah, overall it wasn't the game I really hoped for. And overall, it was just like an average Sonic game. I mean, when it worked, it was fun. There were moments where you feel it. Oh, this is a Sonic game.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. But yeah, but overall, like the controls weren't like tight. They didn't work all the time. They weren't consistent. Like like when you hit that jump button, you didn't jump all the time. You didn't double jump. And then. There's just like a lot of weird things going on too with the the controls as well. And then yeah, there were a couple of glitches that we ran into. You guys will see that and love it. Oh Jesus. But yeah. Overall, not the worst, but definitely not the best.
Yeah.
And but putting that aside, I would I have high hopes for the upcoming Sonic game. It's called Sonic Boom, and it's being developed by the same people who made Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, and then Ratchet and Clank. Naughty Dog.
Naughty Dog.
But they're not called Naughty Dog anymore. They're like Big Red Button Entertainment or something like that. They like left Naughty Dog a while back, I believe.
Oh, so it's the developers from that company.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much who...
Because I was going to say, was it called Uncharted is a Naughty Dog game.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the same people that made...
It's like new Naughty Dog.
Yeah, yeah. So it's by those people. And then... So Sonic looks a little different, and same with his friends. And but there's going to be a variety of gameplay because you get to play as 4 characters. Sonic, Tails, Amy, and Knuckles. And I don't know if you've seen the trailer. Like, Knuckles is just this big ass motherfucker now.
Check it out now.
Yeah, you got to check it out. It's great actually. Well, you know what? Actually, I want to get your reaction. I'm gonna bring it up for you, and then we promise to sign off because we keep saying we're signing off and then we're not because we're getting distracted. That's like ADD for you. All right, so no, that's okay. So the thing is about this is that Sonic Boom is going to come out as a game and a TV show on Cartoon Network, and it's going to be all in CGI and all that stuff. So that's like the trend they're going with. I guess this one. All right. And
I just want to let you know I want to watch this video in HD. I watch everything in HD. I don't want to watch the ad in HD.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, it's totally fine. Oh shit! What the hell just happened?
Is there a reason why you haven't?
Oh shit! The hell? I clicked skip ad.
I was about to ask you, is there a reason why you haven't?
I hit skip ad. Whatever. Okay.
What exactly is this place? This is paradise.
Yep.
Check this out.
Skrillex
A
song.
secret room.
I want it.
Yep. And yeah, there's the TV show one, but yeah, and it's coming out for the Wii U and I think 3DS or something like that.
I might have to get a 3DS.
Yeah. So definitely when it comes out, we're gonna do a Let's Play of that. So
I like it a lot, actually.
yeah.
Knuckles looks a little weird.
Yeah.
He looks a little weird to me.
Yeah.
I can get over it, but he looks a little weird.
Yeah. That's like pretty much that's a lot of reactions for a lot of people who watched it. But I mean, yeah, overall, I really like how what the direction they're going with. Even though like there's a thing where like they have a bunch of like I don't know if it's bandages or like athletic tape or something.
Yeah, it kind of looks like athletic tape. I was noticing that on that close up of Sonic just there.
Yeah, and then Sonic has a scarf or bandana or the hell. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little different. And then Tails looks like what Tails should look like, and then Amy is just Amy. But at least, yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a variety of gameplay since you can play as other characters. So.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
So I have faith in these guys. They've made, you know how to make video games, so yeah, especially if they made Ratchet and Clank. So,
and Crash Bandicoot. That's really funny that you mentioned that because I was sitting here thinking about like I was legitimately imagining playing it because all of a sudden I started thinking about it because that's kind of what Sonic the Hedgehog feels like to me is Crash Bandicoot because that was actually one of the first video games I ever played like that I can consciously really remember playing and enjoying was on a PlayStation was Crash Bandicoot. Like I played like a lot of older Nintendo games before, but that was like when I was little and it wasn't really me making a decision what game I was playing.
Yeah,
It's kind of like, oh, this is what's in the house, like play that. Crash Bandicoot is the first thing, and so that's kind of what the standard of that type of game. That's what I compare it to, and how much fun it is. And so I like that it's the same people You know.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be really interesting, and I think it's gonna be pretty good. I mean, what do you think? What's your predictions on that?
I definitely think it's gonna be really good. It looked really good.
Yeah, graphic wise, yeah, it definitely had it had quality to it, and like it had a nice finesse to it. Yeah, and you know, now we're gonna get some other characters in the action once again, kind of
Yeah.
like Sonic Heroes,
Yeah.
unlike before, where in Lost World we the other player gets to play as like this weird
Some
jet,
stupid.
stupid shit. Like I don't know why that was even added to the game.
I think it was useful maybe like 30% of the time.
30% of the time.
And that's a pretty big. That's a very friendly percentage.
I know, right? That's being friendly here. Like like that was another thing about Lost World. Like I don't there's weird decisions that was made, including that, instead of like being Tails or whatever,
Yeah.
or being Knuckles and Amy, whatever. But no, we have to play as these like weird vehicles that are just like not even semi useful a lot of times.
Literally, one of them was useful.
Only one of them was useful. Well, I mean, we don't know what really the stealth bomber really did,
That's true.
but otherwise, from just obvious impressions or whatever, the jet was the most useful,
Yeah.
and the only useful thing it did was kill some enemies, and collect rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So, but we're excited for Sonic Boom. So
Yeah, it looks really good.
we are looking forward to that.
Excited
We are looking forward to that. So we are going to sign off on that note, and hope you guys enjoy this podcast. We're glad to be back for 2014, and look forward to our Let's Play of Sonic Boom. Hopefully, once it comes out on the Wii U. So yeah, I'm pretty damn excited. I'm pretty sure Cory is damn excited too.
I'm damn excited.
Yeah. So, all right. We will see you guys next time.
All right, y'all have a good one.